I think we're good. We just jump straight in. So, ladies and gents, hello. How is everyone going? Oh, I need the just chatting thing, not the logo. But where is it? I will find it. Do not worry. We're just being very stupid at the minute. We can't find most things. But yeah, we're back. Second day of the week and we're still streaming. Absolutely insane. I'm trying to get the chat actually up on the screen, which we did have. But, where is it? Where are you? Come on. Again, all this was sorted out, but for some unknown reason, it just didn't do it. It just didn't do it. Right, that's what we need. Right, okie dokie. Now we go back, take our studio mode. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day so far going? It is Friday. And yes, we are in fact... There we go. Yay, we have chat. A little bit by there. There we go. I actually had to test this earlier myself. And again, for some unknown reason, Kick is not working. It's just booted me off it and it went live, then it stopped. Went live, stopped. But hopefully we can get it sorted in the next couple of days because I would like to go on to... I would like to go on there and actually stream on Kick as well. You know, get the multi-platforming going. I think it'd be a lot more fun as well. But yes. So I thought what we'd first take a look at is, well, obviously yesterday Twitter was absolutely huge and popping off with drama. Obviously we all have the, it's all the Elon Musk and Donald Trump thing, which, to be honest with you, we kind of saw this coming, didn't we? You know, we saw it coming. And seeing how they've gone about it, and just him bringing out, well, just bringing out this, isn't it? It's, you know, it's nuts. Just doing this, you know, it's like, what the hell? But I will say, like a lot of people have actually said in this replies, if you knew, why were you fine with it before? Which is very... very true. Let's get the chat in by there. Put the chat on this side. Yeah, if you knew, why were you okay with it? That's how I'm looking at this. And thinking about how... I'm just getting a drink, so I'm just moving you with me. Thinking how he's gone about all of this, and it's mostly because, well, he was going to lose stuff himself, wasn't he? But it's... why would you take your child to somewhere like that if you know or you've seen the list or whatever? But yeah, I think it's absolutely hysterical, especially the community notes. Astrid, good afternoon. How are we? How are we this afternoon? But yeah, it's just so much stuff going on. I actually find it really, really funny. I really do. But again, that's just me and my warped sense of humor. But seeing how they've all gone off, and as you can see, you know, seeing all this kind of stuff, it's like, come on, this should be done at WrestleMania or something, shouldn't it? But then, you know, got Alex Jones, got the quartering, Salty Cracker. If I remember as correctly as well, there's even some like big brands have got involved, which is absolutely hysterical. But yeah, see, literally, you were happy to cover it for him until now. Sama, hello. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes because, again, you know, you had Juju. I love Trump just as much as a straight man can. That was, you know, like, really? What the hell is going on here? But again, you know, bit of a fake thing because I'm pretty sure, you know, it's like, ooh, what's going on here? Then you got that there. So many people are talking about it. It's insane, you know? Yeah, I'm not too bad. Bit like this at the moment. Like I say, we would have started earlier today, but I've had a bit of issue with my back and I had to take the car to the mechanic. Well, to the car dealer. They had to reset the keys, because what was going on, you could open the boot with the key fob, but you couldn't open the doors, and you had to manually open the boot, then you could press the keys and the doors would open. So everything had to be rewired and put back together properly. But yeah, so there was that, and say I popped into Costco, got quite a bit of some stuff for that. I got my niece tomorrow night, so we were like, you know what, let's have a little look-see and see what we can get. But now she's completely changed her mind, and the weather is meant to be absolutely horrid for us anyway, so the barbecue we were going to have is out of the question, which sucks, because I do love a Barbie. But yeah, all of these, as you can see, it's just, you just go up there, 151,000 comments, 318,000 retweets. How many of these, though, are quoted? I think it's just going to be mostly, yeah, we're not going to go through all of them. But yeah, people have quoted it, and it's just like, yeah, why'd you let him? Absolutely nuts. But yeah, I found this actually really, really funny, because obviously everything going on, and it's like, ooh, okie dokie. But yeah, and so another thing as well I want to look at as well is a lot of people who have been streaming and stuff. Cassandra, good afternoon, how are we? There's a guy called Tectone, and it's similar to the AH situation with Johnny Depp, how this man has been accused of doing things where nothing happened, and the woman who has called him all of these names and called him the R word and everything else, people were like, well, how do you know? And she was like, I lived with him. And it's this guy, but yeah, Tectone, this is the guy we're on about. And they were like, well, how do you know? You know what? How do you know he did this? I lived with him. And during this here, which, because he's been banned on Twitch, he actually talks about it. And the funny thing is, the woman who is accusing him, who said, I've lived with him, he's only met her once. And she's never lived with him. It's a bit like on the old, you know, AH thing, isn't it? It's a little bit scary, to be honest with you, because it's like, well, first of all, why would you go out there and say this? Obviously, well, we know why, because saying something like this to someone is a lot worse than saying any other thing. But I thought we'd have a little look-see this. It's 15 minutes long, but yeah, he goes through all of this, and it just brings up so many similarities between AH and Johnny Depp, and basically what they've said about him. So I thought I'd give a quick look and just go through it. I think it's... Oh, yeah, I think that's it. And I think this is where he says it. Absolutely insane. That one there, yeah. Yeah, that one is a bit on the older, like, why would you say that? Oh. No audio? Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Thank you. Desktop audio, I turned it off because I had music on earlier. God damn it.
So I got banned for a descriptor.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. Sorry, folks.
I get banned for 2 weeks. It gets appealed down to 2 days of program. Buddies, I got banned.
Here you go.
Was me calling everybody's favorite streamer, Frogan, fat. Now, I want to remind you that Frogan is roughly 5'2" and roughly 300 pounds. So I got
Melby, how's it going?
I called Krogan fat. I get banned for 2 weeks. It gets appealed down to 2 days and 18 hours, roughly. And by the way, this is after her saying that all American soldiers deserve PTSD, and as well as America deserved 9/11.
Yeah, this woman who well, she's a streamer, and she has literally said on stream as well that all American soldiers should and deserve PTSD, and that America deserved 9/11. And she hasn't been banned. He got banned for calling her fat, which is just mind-blowing.
Yes. Oh, by the way,
absolutely insane.
Didn't get banned for that. Now, let's talk about why I got...
Oh, she also said as well that if she reached a certain sub count on Twitch, she would bake a 9/11 cake. What's wrong with these people? Really? It's like, do they have to say stuff edgy or whatever just to be like, oh, look what we're doing? Absolutely insane.
Got banned this time. Well, it's actually due to 2 streamers. Not
3-day
1,
weekend.
2.
I like that.
And this is great. So, here it is. 7-day suspension for sexual requests, graphic or derogatory sexual statements, or unwanted sexual content. And you might be wondering, oh, techie, what did you do this time?
Yeah.
Well, there are 2 streamers who have been really talking about me for months. Actually, what's crazy is talking about me for years. And their names are Denims and Minx. Yep. Oh, man. You know where this is going, guys.
Oh, yes.
So this is a whole clip of Denims mocking my trauma, talking about worrying about my father, when I told a story about how when he was deployed, he got his legs, the skin of his legs completely blown off.
This is disgusting what these girls have done.
Cut off in the war, and her laughing in my fucking face and saying that he fucking deserved it and that I probably made up the entire story. That's the first clip. Here's the second one. This is Denims calling me a sexual predator on Kick. Very fun. To a total of, time of recording, 47,000 people. But if we go further, it actually reached 1 million people. And trust me, Denims and I have a very shady history because I don't know why. This woman is absolutely obsessed with me. Now, here is Denims once.
So this is what we're on about regarding the Johnny Depp situation, because obviously this man has been accused of being obviously the R-word towards women and everything else. And there's 2 streamers who are talking about it and going on about it when both of them have literally met him once. And he was with, I believe it was like 30 or 40 other streamers, and they were all in the same room. Some of those other streamers have actually now come out in support of him, saying nothing happened. And it was in fact that one of these girls, that she was literally out of control, out of her mind. She was drunk beyond belief. And it's absolutely just like, what is going on? It really is.
Again, calling me a rapist and saying I can't sue her because it's not defamation, because in her words, I did that shit.
The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he did that shit.
And there's a whole
How does she know?
Other goodies in that clip. Yes, I want to let you know that this woman is so obsessed with harassing me that she is now at the point where she knows that she might need lawyers in the very near future for slandering my name and defaming me on a daily basis.
So obviously we have covered the entirety of the Johnny Depp situation here on the channel. The court case, everything, the UK one, the American one. Even before they even decided to do all that, 2018, 2019. And now we're seeing this by here, like what this guy is saying. He's like, she knows that she's going to need lawyers. And the way I look at that is when a lot of people start going on, oh, we need lawyers or whatever, it's like, got it. Because you know you're lying. And it's absolutely insane that a lot of people are still doing the AH situation, where they're coming up with all these stories. Well, first of all, you got any evidence? No, it happened. How do you know? Were you there? No, but it happened. But how do you know? I just know it happened. And when they've only met a person once, absolutely insane. And seeing, obviously, we are going to look after on Twitter regarding a couple more AH fans and their deluded outlook on things. But this poor guy, to be honest with you, even though he is monetizing all their hate and everything else, what this must be doing to this guy's mental state is unbelievable. Because this guy must be like, even though he looks alright, he's like, you know what, we're talking about it. But again, if you're not that, and you know it. It's like, well, I've done nothing wrong. But when you get women who are doing this and they just keep going on, it's like, come on. But yeah, it's no penalties. No, the women have had no penalties at this moment in time.
Yes, a woman who has gone live and attempted to
thanks,
call me
Melvin.
a criminal, call me a rapist, tell me my father deserved to have his legs blown off and his ears cut off, which, by the way, she also calls my father a rapist as well, which is crazy because if you look into the court documents, the only thing that happened, there was no rape whatsoever. So once again, also lying on the truth. I've also shown documents of that on my Twitter. And the other woman is another
Some
woman.
people are just vile, aren't they?
Minx, known alcoholic, known drug abuser, known schizo, goes live on Twitter and says, reminder, Tectone's dad is a rapist and that I also have sexually assaulted 2 women, according to her. Another woman who is accusing me of crimes. Oh, and trust me, this woman is so deranged, she believes that she's lived with me.
Literally, look at it. Why are you acting like you know him personally? I lived with him. And he's like, I don't even know this person. It's mind-blowing. This is why when I started looking at this the other day, and I'm just like, holy hell. The whole thing regarding Johnny Depp and the way AH, and the way her friends, the way they screwed all these stories together. We actually talked about this yesterday. Sam, you are right, yeah. We were talking about this yesterday where it's almost like the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation is a blueprint for women who want to do stuff like this, for the loony ones out there. And it's absolutely mind-blowing that they still think they can do it with no evidence. And to be honest with you, I do think... There was a horn. There was a foghorn. Sorry. A train just come past. Yeah, it's... With this now, it's the blueprint for him. I do think we are seeing the end of the Me Too movement because even though when that first came out, the Me Too movement was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing. But then all of a sudden, you had people like AH, her lawyer, the one who said, oh, we can't go to Virginia because of gas prices, and Kaplan, and you had a few others who started, oh, we're doing the Me Too movement, we're doing an agency, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then they literally took money from people who needed that money which was going to go into DV shelters, into helping all these people who have been hurt and abused by people, and then they just went and abused them anyway. Look, we're taking your money. We don't care about you. We just want to get rich. And now I do think we are seeing an end to it. I really do. Because we are seeing quite a few people now, when things are coming out, everyone's like, nah, don't believe you. Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, another perfect example. They sing all these horrible stories that happened to him. This happened to me, this happened to me. Right, okay, then can we have your medical records to prove? Oh no, I don't want to do those claims anymore. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Melby, yeah, thieves. There's so many things going on. And Cassandra, you know what? I have seen quite the number of people who actually do want to start doing that with people and just be like, right, we're going to sit down, we're going to talk, you know, we're going to show you how to help you and everything else. But sadly, you get people like Roberta Kaplan, AH and all them, who are going to abuse them, get all their money, and then go, oh yeah, we're quitting. It's absolutely disgusting. And my mum keeps saying it to her, because obviously she's seeing what's going on in the world. Russia, Ukraine, you got Palestine, Israel, all these, America. Everyone is having a go at each other or whatever. And my mum is like, why can't everyone just get along and be nice to each other? And it's... I actually do think that as well sometimes, just why can't the world just be nice? Why can't we all just get along? Everyone be nice to each other, I think the world would be a lot better. But there is always going to be that one person who is going to try and twist and screw and just hurt everyone. It's sad.
I want to remind you I have met Minx one time at the OTK Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, where I joined.
Melby, yeah.
I have met her one time. Since then, I have lived with minimum a partner, a wife, or a roommate, or a girlfriend throughout my entirety of living here. Never once have I lived by myself. I have always had someone living with me the entire time I've been down in Austin. And this woman is so deranged that she thinks that I lived with her. Now, I don't know what
insane
gorgeous bald man with a beautiful beard she must be having sex with on a daily basis in her STD-ridden pussy to think that it's me. But I assure you, I have never lived with this woman. I don't even know this woman outside of a one-time interaction where there was 50 other streamers there. Now, you might be wondering, why did I get banned for 7 days on twitch.tv/.
Here we go.
Why did Twitch deem me worthy of a 7-day ban? Because I called them whores. Yep, I called.
He does go a bit more.
With OnlyFans whores, which is, by the way, by definition, a factual statement. OnlyFans girls who are sex workers are prostitutes. Prostitutes are whores. Whores are prostitutes. Prostitutes are sex workers. I got banned for 2 weeks for calling a fat person fat. I got banned for 7 days for calling a whore a whore. And now, I'm sorry if that terminology upsets you, but the problem is that doesn't make it any less true. And the reality is, when I go live and I tell the truth and I get banned for 7 days, and then you have these same women where I am only calling that out of defense. I'm only calling them that out of defense because they have provoked me by accusing me of crimes that I have not committed whatsoever.
The way I look at that is, online, basically if you're a streamer, video games, social media, whatever, if someone calls you a name and you literally open yourself up to be like, right, okay, I called you a name, you can call me a name. You can do something about it. That's how I look at it. But these ones, because they got called that word, whore, they're like, oh my God, look what he's telling me. Oh, he said this to me, he said that to me. But the thing is, though, have a listen.
Going in on allegations that went fucking nowhere almost a year ago now.
Yep, Melby, correct.
I think it's pretty reasonable if I call them a name or two. So I want to let you guys all know this. This is the same website where Hassan calls me a rapist, where Hassan calls Nuxtaku a pedophile, who calls Mudahar a pedophile, who calls Asmongold a pedophile and a mother killer, bringing up Asmongold's dead mother. No ban, no punishment.
I really don't understand them.
Calls me a pedophile, calls Nuxtaku a pedophile, calls Asmongold a pedophile, calls him a murderer. No ban. Calls for the death of Asmongold. No ban. Denims, who is also called for the death of Asmongold. No ban. Hassan, who has radicalized his audience to supporting terrorism. No ban.
So I'm going to stop it by there as well, because what does this sound like? Whose fans sound like that? AH. On Twitter, they literally wish death upon Johnny Depp every single day. And I got something by here where I want to show you as well, because where is it? By here. My Rock, she put out, According to Instagram, JD is now safely on his private island in the Bahamas, finishing filming a documentary. I can't deny that I'm much happier and more carefree with JD away from Spain and certain people who threatened his life. And obviously says that he's resumed filming on his island. And with that there, how many times have we seen on Twitter fans wishing death upon Johnny Depp? Every single day. You know, it's absolutely mind-blowing that people can go on a social media platform and, like Tecton just was saying then, they're wishing death upon someone. And, like I say, myself, I think, you know, Astrid and everything else, we've all, you know, bloody hell, Beatrix Kiddo, we've had so many people all reporting all these accounts, the ones who are saying, you know, oh yeah, I hope he dies today, or I hope he wakes up dead, or whatever, for literally threats. None of them get banned. It's mind-blowing that this actually is still allowed. And it's sad to see, because when you got so many people who are going around and saying all these horrible things about people, and they're not having any consequences for their words, do they all think that they can say whatever they want? Well, yeah, they do. We know that. That they could say what they want and get away with it. And it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. But we're going to go back to Tectone now as well.
Frogan, who supported 9/11, no ban. I call an OnlyFans girl a whore after she called me a rapist. A career-ending, life-ending accusation.
So with those two words there, if you get called a whore, it's like, oh, look at you. Basically, you're a slut. You know, slut shaming. That's what they call it. But if you call someone the R word, that's it. If you remember, a couple of years ago, if someone called you that, you were done for. You were cancelled like that. No one cared. Like, oh my God, they've called him this. You got any proof? No, we don't need to. Why? Because we believe everything. We believe everything that is said. And that is the problem. That's why I do think we are seeing an end to a lot of this, because I think people have just had enough of it. I really do. And like I say, people are fighting back like Tectone is. You know, wouldn't surprise me if he does actually get some lawyers in, and it is going to go forward with it. It's the only way that this can stop is if these people are held accountable. That is it.
They get no punishment. I get 7 days. Do we get why this is a problem now?
Yeah, you did, Cassandra. I remember a lot of stuff that was said. It was horrible.
And sure, could you make the argument, well, he deserved it? Sure. But Twitch, I wouldn't have to make these comments if you guys would do your fucking job. If you guys were to ban people equally and fairly when they cross the
multiple
line,
accounts, yeah,
then I wouldn't think that I can do the same thing.
Look at Cocaine
as the
Cross.
rest of these fucking people. I suppose I'm a martyr. I suppose I can once again get punished for the wrongdoings of everybody else, and maybe that will put the fear in them to get their act together. But it won't. Because these people know they can get away with these misdeeds, with these malpractices, because you don't enforce your TOS fairly. You do not enforce your TOS equally. And this is why I will be streaming on Kick and YouTube every single fucking day during this ban. Again, this is pathetic rat fuck behavior. And Twitch, I would like to let you know now, 24 hours ago, I have already recruited over 55 streamers to stream on YouTube and Kick. It has now been 72 hours, and I have now recruited over 110 creators to stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. This is not a good look for you guys.
It's not.
It's a horrible look. You should be ashamed, because you know this shit is unfair. You know this shit is bullshit, and you can't have a TOS where you do not enforce it equally amongst all creators. And this is
so the TOS, the terms of service. So in California, a streamer, well, group of streamers, they are actually suing Twitch for being hypocrites, which I think is amazing. And with this, like say with Tectone as well now, Tectone is basically the poster child for this lawsuit. And the reason for that is, obviously, they got rid of him. They banned him because he called 2 women that word, the whore word. And it's like, right, okay then. But obviously, look what they called him. And it wasn't just on stream that they called him this. They went on, Twitter, where nearly 1 million people saw it. Those 1 million people could all be on their side and be like, oh my God, look at this horrible man. Look what he is. Oh, look at his father and all this. And it's like, wow. It's that sort of thing. But seeing how he's there now with these people actually suing Twitch over their TOS, I think that's brilliant. Mostly because every single person should be held accountable on the same level. It doesn't matter. But it wouldn't surprise me if these people who, the ones who have gotten away with doing all this stuff, like say Hassan and a few other things, these people now, it wouldn't surprise me if they have their friends who work for Twitch behind the scenes, the ones who do issue the bans and all this. A bit like how on YouTube, it was, what was it, in 2020 and 2021, before the trial, myself, Tug, everyone, we all got shadow banned because we were talking about AH. And obviously at the time, someone who was living in Silicon Valley where YouTube was, Elon Musk. It is all going on.
This is the reason why you guys are getting fucking sued. And now you guys know that these people in a court of law can use me as an example of you guys unfairly, once again, misusing your TOS. I call these women a name as an insult.
Literally.
When they are giving me life-ending, career-threatening allegations and accusations. This is the reason why so many male creators have disappeared over false allegations. You guys need to take this shit seriously. It's pathetic, and you guys should be ashamed. Now, I'm going to be over here on YouTube and Kick making way more fucking money than I ever made on your platform, regardless. And Twitch, I want to let you know, in 3 days, I have now made more money on Kick than I made in a month on streaming on Twitch. I do not give a fuck about the money that I'm losing off of Twitch at all. I don't need it. I'm a multimillionaire. However, just understand, I'm not going away. And in 7 days, I will come back. And I will continue to showcase the hypocrisy and the blatant abuse of power being used
so
by
much.
your moderation team that is treating your streamers like shit unfairly, besides the one you like. You should be ashamed.
Welcome to Royalty Tier Cassandra.
On Twitch right now
Hey, Bell.
is to share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and be there every single time I go live.
But yeah, so you know what? MLB money does talk, sadly. This is the thing. And a lot of people do think that they may be paying the people at Twitch to keep them off and everything else. But it's like, just going back to this, we have seen so much shit going on, and it's sad to see, because, say, Johnny Depp has been going on through so much stuff. I am just so happy he is now, well, he's now happy. He's doing a lot of stuff now, which he's like, yes, I can do this. I can do all the fun, and we can literally just get on with our lives. Well, her fans and her, they're literally just walking about, and they're constantly bringing out new photos. I believe the other day they said something about, there's a photo of Johnny Depp and Kate Moss, and they were like, oh my God, I bet you they're doing cocaine. Look at them. And it's like, wow, like, you do know your starlet, the woman that you admire, of how much she used to drink and do drugs. It's absolutely insane. But he's doing so much now. But it's a nice thing to see. It is a nice thing to see that a lot of this now is, I actually had to, this one I want to show by here. So this guy as well, I watch a lot of this guy, Pegasus. And there's some things here, like, it's just like, what the hell is going on? But, like I say, these people here, as you can see, so much is going on. And a lot of these, like say this guy here, the one with the glasses and stuff, he's the one who Tectone, the one we just watched, has been talking about. He is the one who's been going around trying to, terrorist sympathizer and all this kind of stuff. And it's absolutely insane that they allow these people to be on their platform. I really don't understand it. I really don't. Because you got all these people who are doing horrible stuff and saying horrible things about people. And nothing is being done. Nothing. You know? But yeah, see, Johnny Depp is looking so much happier now as well. And he looks so healthy. It's actually really, really good. You know what? Let's have a quick look at his Instagram. Ugh, I'm not signed in on here. Great. That's going to be taking ages. We'll find something now. We'll find something. We'll find something. What we got there? Nope. Nope, not him there. Don't want that. Oh, you know what? I don't care about this. I'm going to show you this. I love a lot of these doggy things now as well. It's just, all my things is just mostly about this dogs. You know, out of context dogs. So funny. But yeah, we're seeing so many things going on now who, ooh, you know what would be a good one? Bloody hell. Well, look at Beatrix. Yeah, it's our little look-see. See what Beatrix has got out. Yeah, did anyone see this? I think this is absolutely hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. You got, obviously, this person was saying about Johnny Depp that he's a gold digger because she paid $1 million. Yeah. $1 million. And they called him a gold digger. Oh, so funny. So funny. Oh, I see these and I literally just can't stop laughing. Beatrix Kiddo, man, she gives me so much to go with. And it's like, you know what? We absolutely love this. But let's say obviously you got about the Musk thing there. But yeah, like here now. This. It's like, come on, this person here is literally stating exactly what we were just talking about with Tectone. It's giving overpriced trash and this. And obviously down here in the photo it says greasy wife beater, 12 counts this, including this. Now with that, you got them going on about the London trial. Oh, the judge actually said the judge said he was found guilty of it. Johnny Depp was found guilty of nothing. That was it. The judge stated, oh, well, it could be canonically moderately, or it could be true. Substantially true. He wasn't convicted of anything. No judge found him guilty of anything. And this is one of the problems, which is why I absolutely hate these people, because it also makes you think as well how old they are. It wouldn't surprise me if they are like, you know, early 20s or, you know, late teens or whatever, and they really are just this delusional and this stupid. But Elon's money, yeah. Elon's money all the way for her. But yeah, it's just absolutely insane. What else have we got? Oh yeah, the page 6 Meghan Markle thing. Yeah, we kind of talked about this yesterday. And it's absolutely insane. Where you have this. I miss you so much. I hope you know I'm here for you. That will never change. Love you, Lady Bales. Lily Rose to AH in 2015. For some unknown reason, all these Lily Rose fan Depp clubs now, they're all on her side, on AH's side. And it's like, you literally know that once everything came out of the wash, as Java Pro says there, Child realized and said, fuck you to her. Literally, because, again, this is what it was. Lily texted me, fuck you. This is the problem with them, you know. None of them realize or just what's happening, because it's like they are saying this, and this is the problem when they take things out of context, because we could take everything out of context and we could be like, you know, we could use it to our advantage and be like, oh my God, look at this, look what they said. But then it could be like, well, you know what? No, because we're actual decent human beings. We will show you everything. If it's horrible, we will show you it's horrible, and we will tell you it's horrible, and it's like, this is what's going on. But they want to take things out of context and literally just go by and be like, oh my god, look at this. Cassandra, you know what? She does. only does know how to go about getting on her back. And that is how she got most of her things, I'm telling you. But, what was it? Piers Morgan. Oh, right, talking about that. I don't care about that. Ugh. Oh, this was why she posted. Okay, that's, we don't care about her there. But, coincidence. Best of AH. So you can see as well what else they've posted and bookmarked. And it shows that the person who supports AH just so happens to be a prostitute. Yeah. Which makes you think, oh, right, okay, you know, they can do what they want. But, again, you know, we know a lot of the stories regarding how in the heyday, I think it's probably the best word to describe it, yeah, is when obviously she was doing all these parties, when she, you know, with Elon Musk and everyone else. She was like bloody Heidi Fleiss, wasn't she? The Hollywood madam, basically, which is absolutely insane. And to see that those type of people are the ones who are protecting her and doing all this kind of stuff, it's like, wow. Absolutely nuts. And, you know, with Piers Morgan was basically saying, like, you know, Blake Lively, she's exactly doing what other people of her stature have done in the past. Melby, yeah, she thinks she's all yeah. And a bit, you know, I really don't see what they saw in her. I really don't. I will say, though, she was, oh no, she still is. She is a pretty woman. But she's absolutely ugly, the way she acts and the way she treats people. And again, we saw all of that with the, all the recordings. We've seen it. We've also seen all of the, where's that button? Yeah, oh, can't really see that. We may have to darken the chat after. But yeah, we've seen it all, you know, the way she was talking to people in the recordings, the way she spoke to the security, the way she talked to, Johnny Depp's sister. And the one thing that really it still upsets me to this day is the way that she just treated his friends, you know? And, you know, he was there, you know, and he's like, I just want these two to get along. She can move on. He can move on. And it's not fair because, again, at the start, they loved each other. Obviously, you know, she probably saw, oh, it's Johnny Depp. I'll get my claws into him because, again, she is that type of horrible person. But then you had Johnny Depp who probably saw in her, oh, for all we know, she could have been treating him like the king of the world, which he more than likely was. And that's what made him, you know, leave Vanessa and get with her. And it wouldn't surprise me if down the road we do see something along the lines of her book, AH, which guarantee you it's going to come out. Guarantee you. And it's all going to be about, well, this is how it started. It was all lovey-dovey. We were doing this, we were doing that. And it wouldn't surprise me if the book, if she does do a book, which I think she will, it is going to be completely different to what that Hollywood Vampires book is, one we saw yesterday, where it states he didn't want to do it. He said no. And another thing as well, I'm going to have a look at this. So we actually covered this as well, and to be honest with you, I could not stop laughing. She's planning a special comeback, and the way I'm looking at this is, if she wants to come back, I don't think anyone's going to have her. I really don't think anyone's going to have her. Because she says that she wants to come out and she wants to be the producer, she wants to call the shots, and it's like, well, you haven't done anything. You starred in 2 major films. You know, the first one was a box office success, not because of you, but because it was part of a bigger DC Comics universe, you know, where everyone wanted to see Jason Momoa. And the sequel obviously bombed. You know what? I still don't know what Aquaman 2 did. If you have a look. I still have no idea how much money that lost. So, 215, so 205 to 215 for the budget. And DC normally do 150 to 200 for promotion and doing all that stuff. And obviously you got that there, so basically double it, so call it 400 million. And it would need to make 800 million to break even. And it only made 439. It literally only made 39 million on top of its budget. That is insane. But we know exactly what happens because this is it. You know, it's over. The box office, we got grossed this. Drop of 42% remaining third. Fourth weekend, the film made 5 mil, a drop of 50%. You know, it is. I still haven't seen it, so I have no idea. What about you guys? Have any of you seen it? Yeah, Melby, yeah, JG's got class. He has. The way he treats everyone is just absolutely amazing. Again, why can't the world be like that, you know? Just everyone be nice to each other. But they're not going to do it though, are they? Because, again, people like her are just going to be around and they are just going to try and be like, oh, what can we do? How much money can I get out of this person? I know, I'll blackmail them. Which is what we've seen, and sadly, it does happen. Which absolutely sucks. Oh, we go. Yeah, there we go. She beat... This still cracks me up. You know what? Like I say, it's been 3 years since the trial. And we're still seeing these things. Like, you know, she's coming out. Oh, yes, I'm going to aspire to be as powerful as Johnny Depp in film industry. Ain't going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. It's just not. Because when you look at this, it's like, come on. Really? You think that you are going to be as successful as Johnny Depp, where, one, the guy can act. Two, the guy knows how to do quirky as well, because that's his image. We all know that's his image. Three, he has got a working relationship with the number of directors, really. You know, it's like, obviously, we all know that his major director is Tim Burton. We all know that. But that's like Martin Scorsese with Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio. It's that sort of thing. And seeing that she wants to be as powerful, it's never going to happen. Unless she has her own production company and she moves up that way. That's what I think it is. Astrid, yeah, no one wants her to be in Hollywood. That's very, very true. I really don't see her doing anything substantial if she does go back there. And the way that she says that she aspires to be as powerful. Well, this day and age, this is how powerful Johnny Depp is with his own production companies. He doesn't have to go to Hollywood and ask for money. You know, because literally it's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, we got that new Johnny Depp film. Oh, great. I'll buy the rights off you for the film. Always happens. You know, it's like, it's sad when Minamata came out. Great film. Sadly, that came out at a time when everything was going to shit. Again, because of her. You know? And that is just sad because that film deserved to see more eyes on that film. It really was. But again, no. She thought she would be it, you know. We saw Walter Hamada, the DC president at the time. Yeah, we were thinking of recasting her because she's shit. That's basically what he said. And, you know, I still love that. I still love it. Mostly because, obviously, he's like, yeah, she couldn't act in there. There was no chemistry between her and Jason. We were thinking of actually recasting. And I don't think her or any of her people... Not the lawyers, because obviously the lawyers knew all of this, because obviously they're the ones who did the questioning. Who thought that was a good thing to put into the court case, to be honest with you? Who thought that was a good idea? You know what? Amber, we got your old president pal, Walter Hamada. He says you can't act. He was going to recast you, but, we're going to keep it in the trial. that just makes you look even worse to the jury, to the crowd, well, the world, because everyone was watching. You know, absolutely insane that they kept that in there. And obviously when she was on the stand, you know, when she was crying and she was wiping her eyebrows away for some reason, and she threw her own team under the bus numerous times. How does she think that she is going to be powerful in the movie industry when she can't even act herself? You know? You know, Melby, it is. So, with Jason Momoa, the guy deserved for his films to be a lot more, but obviously, a lot of people boycotted them because of her. And look at the Aquaman 1 when there was the premiere. She was drunk on the red carpet. That is just absolutely insane because, like, oh, there she goes. And everyone saw it. But Jason should have had a better hand. To be honest, James Wan as well, you know, the guy who wrote and directed the film. He should have had a better thing. And they were tied up. You know, they literally, unless Walter Hamada said, we're going to fire her, no one could really do anything. But obviously she was cut out most of the movie, which is still funny. Oh yeah, you still paid, because, what was it? Because again, that was brought up. For the first film, she was paid $2 million. It was 2 or 3, wasn't it, Astrid? 2 or 3 million. And then it was going to be an increase to 5 million for the sequel. But they were then moaning, well, Jason Momoa's getting 20 to 25. Well, Jason Momoa is the star. He's the one who is the main character. He's the one who's fighting alongside Batman and Superman. You're not. You know, absolutely insane that she thought, this is great. I can ask for whatever I want. And then when you have him say, yeah, she can act one bit. And her acting coach, yeah, she can't cry on command and all this kind of stuff. As an actor, you should be able to do it. It's almost like that her own law firm, they were like, right, how can we get people who are just going to badmouth her and we can get her to agree? That's what it seemed to be. Yeah, Sam, you are right. It is. Like I say, with this, you know, oh, I can't remember where it came from. It may have been the Daily Mail. No. Was the National Enquirer or something like that where it first came out and then everyone just started jumping on it? Happy Victory Day, yeah. Okay, there's no sound. Even with volume up, there's nothing. Yeah. That's when he found out. That was such a good day. That was such a good day. Absolutely love that day, I must admit. Because I remember we were here and, well, obviously we were here. And we were doing the stream. And we were on Les's channel. And we had Lost Beyond Pluto with us. We had Andrea Burkhardt, obviously. Love Andrea. We had, obviously, then we had Linda. We never had Soups, sadly. I think Soups came on for like now and again during the final day when it all came through. And then seeing that. And again, I said to her, because I remember very vividly, because I was sat down there, because obviously my entire thing has moved. And I just remembered me and Linda, we were talking, because when the judge said, oh, you have to go back and give a number, straight away, me and Linda was like, he's won. He's won. Because the judge, I can't remember what she said, but she said something, and me and Linda just caught on to it. Everyone else was like, what's going on? And we were like, he's won. And we were, it was the feeling, it was just absolutely insane. It really was. Because the way you say, my dad, because again, he wasn't invested, but then he got invested, obviously, because he was watching the streams as they went by. And I just thinking to myself, this must be a weight off his shoulders. And just knowing that he was vindicated like that as well, I just had this whole sense of relief. I was like, oh my God, thank God. Almost like, you know, it's like this guy has been telling people for years, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. And when he's vindicated, that was it. It was absolutely insane, it was. And say, just thinking back now, it's just, I still feel happy about it. And it's a bit weird because we don't know him, if that makes any sense. But it was like, finally, you know, the guy has been vindicated. He's actually proven to the world that she was a horrible bitch. That's exactly what it was. And it's very true, you know? Melby, how everyone got dragged in, yeah. Everyone did. Cassandra, you still watch it? Oh, right, do you watch the end result, or do you watch actual things of it? Sadly, I actually had to get rid of that off my channel. I had to get rid of all the live streams and everything. That's because it was, if we have a look now on my channel, if we go into live, we got a couple of games, you know, games of last year game. Obviously, last year, so we had that one there. But, because it goes from like 1 to 3 years, I think. Yeah, so here we are. As you can see, between this one and the Freddy Krueger, these two here, streamed 1 year ago, streamed 4 years ago. I had to delete them all because, well, I had mass flagging against all of my live streams regarding the, for that entire year, for like 2 years. All of my stuff kept getting flagged and I had to get rid of them all, which really annoyed me. Really annoyed me. And I actually put it in here because if you look at my, like the bio basically, it was, yeah, so in May, I had 18 million views in 1 month, which to me, that well, still is. It's absolutely like, oh my God. Because I only get now about, I think it's like 100,000 views, 200,000 views a month. September, I had 5 million views. But then, in January of 2023, my channel was demonetized. That's why I opened up another one on, there's like CGS Shorts or something. I had to remove 20 million views. And that was all of my live streams regarding that situation. All because I had mass flagging, which really annoyed the shit out of me. And it was annoying because, again, all of us, we worked so hard on that trial. You know, look at everything that we did. I still got all the documents, so I may go through them a little bit and just to be like, right, guys, you know, to some of the people who are still idiots out there, it was like, right, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to put this out. We're going to put that out. And we got flagged. Say, Stevie and Les, they had to make new channels because their channels got deleted. And it's like, well, who would do something like that? Obviously, we now know. It was, I can't remember his name now. The guy who helped Meghan and Harry, you know, the social media guy, the one with the nose who's bent down. Oh, bloody hell. Bosman? Begins with a B. You know, he was on one of the Netflix shows with them. But it was because of him, because, again, he targeted myself, Stevie, Tug, Les. Soups was okay. He targeted Andrea Burkhart. And we're all like, oh, right, okay. You know, this is all going on. We're going to see what's going on. But yeah, I had to get rid of, because we did it. It was basically, we all did 2 streams a week. And in those, I had about 23 million views in total. And we had Boozy, Melby, thank you ever so much. Christopher Boozy, that's the bastard, that's the guy's name. Yeah, because of him. He had to, because he had his thing, didn't he? His, whatchamacallit, his little website, Sprout or something like that. And on there, it was like, oh, look at these people. They're actively attacking this person. And it's like, what the hell are you going on about? You know, it's like, we're talking about it. We're showing people the truth. But they didn't like it. And obviously, because if I remember correctly, Meghan Markle, her team hired him through the PR team that AH had. The guy who, you know, the guy who owns the PR team that AH uses. The one who is a bad person anyway, because he got fired for all the essay allegations as well himself, you know? And it turned out that he was a creep on dates. So it's like, well, there we go. And again, they fired him after doing their due diligence and finding out that there was evidence showing that he was a horrible person. But then she hired him, which we kind of know that these type of people stick together. You know, birds of a feather flock together. We know all this kind of stuff. Oh, Cassandra, yeah, let's say it's been so nice still having the people that who are with us back then are still with us now. And like I say, today and yes, just doing these little streams, I absolutely love coming back and doing it. I have missed it so much. But as Sam said, it was so much burnout, it was ridiculous. Because at the end of the trial, if I remember correctly, me, Les, Stevie and Linda, we all took like 4 or 5 months off from streaming. We still had videos, but we stopped the streaming because we were literally doing it every single day. And even though the court was only Monday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we'd be on each other's channels and we'd just be streaming for hours on end. At the end, it was just like, whew, you know, it was like, this is it, it's over. But yeah, Tone, hello, how are we? How are we doing? How are you on this glorious day? I say glorious, it's a bit warm, but it's very overcast here. But yeah, it was really nice. And say, to be honest with you, without me getting involved with all of this, I wouldn't have found all of you. I wouldn't have found Les, Stevie, Soups, Linda. I wouldn't have found Legal Bites, you know, Lost Beyond Pluto, Andrea. I knew Tug, because me and Tug had known each other for a while, even before all of this. So it was just so nice that we all got together and say, we're all still friends to this day and as well, which is absolutely amazing. The only sad thing at the moment, though, is with Soups, because Soups is a very busy woman, she's very busy, is that we don't really get to speak with her that much, because, like I said, she is so busy, that girl is ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure she's like a CIA super spy or something like that. She's a super agent. But yeah, we've all got, it's just nice that the community we have is genuine, it's pure, and it's lovely and nice. It's that sort of thing. But let's say I have been streaming just over an hour. I am going to stop it. Like I say, it's getting a little bit later in the day for me. And yeah, say Tony, it's been like on and off here, been raining. We have got thunderstorm warnings, which oh, it's gone. But yeah, I got thunderstorm warning by here on moderate thunderstorm warning. We're in my little weather app by here. Again, over the age of 30, I'm more concerned about the weather now than anything. It's ridiculous. Cassandra, yeah, let's say it was long. It did take a lot out of us. It really did. And like I say, even going up beforehand, behind the scenes when we had all those documents we were going through. And again, if you remember, we sent them all to Johnny Depp's law team, and it was just absolutely insane. We all still have the documents as well. I can't remember the guy's name. He didn't give us his real name, obviously, but from London, and he went through everything, a forensic, basically. He is a forensic person, and he went through everything. Yeah, so it's like with Les, it's obviously, again, if none of us met, Les wouldn't have met Stevie. They wouldn't be together now in Australia. Absolutely insane. That, she moved from Canada to Australia to be with Stevie. Absolutely amazing. It really is. But yeah, like I say, it was such burnt out during the whole thing. And again, I think because we kind of had non-stop for 5 years. We would just do it every single day, looking into it, getting evidence, which is absolutely insane because we just live stream to YouTube. That's it. We make videos and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, it was, we did that for 5 years straight. And it did kill us. I will say that. But at the end, no, it was nice. It was the payoff was worth it, But yeah, we all got absolutely just. Oh, Astrid, which one? Are we on about the one on Stevie's channel? Are we on about that one? I'll have a look now. I'll have a little look-see. Come on. Come on, where are you, Discord? Right, I'm just getting Discord up by here. Which is taking an age. Yeah, say Gary's the one who did the song about Amber, but you could be the one. No, we got the Objection Hearsay song, haven't we? Objection Hearsay. We had that one there, but Gary is the one who did the song over Stevie's opening and stuff. Yeah, and say obviously him and Keeley, which is absolutely nuts. But yeah, but guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in again. I probably will be live now on Monday. And I will probably be doing this. I want to do it every day. I want to do an hour or two every single day. Anytime basically from midday in the UK to whatever in the evening. I want to do about an hour or two a day and just see where we can go from there. But guys, thank you ever so much for coming along. It's been great talking to you all. I love you all. And I will see you soon. But I will say one thing though. Is I will be putting my Kick, link, my Kick channel in the chat, because I do want to get over there and stream as much as I can over there. So if you could, if you haven't got an account, could you pretty please make one and, just follow me over there, because we can get on there and get a lot of stuff going. Tone, off topic, please check out Mandie Line with song Red Rain. I will, I'll put that down now. Because I got a little note session here from the one from yesterday as well regarding how surrogacy is illegal in Spain. How has she got that? But Red Rain... I will just... there we go. Okie dokie, copy and paste that and put that there. Boom! Got it. Right. Guys, thank you ever so much. And like I say, if... I got a thing as well we could do. Instead of, say, I'll find a few things, but if I am going live, which I will put out, I'd say an hour or so beforehand, if there's anything you want to discuss, drop me a thing on the Twitter X. Let me know, and we could talk about it and get some stuff for us to go. How about that? Alright, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. It's been great having you here. Love you all, and I will see you soon.